Here is Sleep. He's coming in here. He has not played in Pro League ever. This is his first game of Pro League. We haven't seen him in a while. He is going to be replacing TY on the roster for KT, coming out first here.
And he's playing against a tough opponent. This guy's got a long history in StarCraft. His ID comes from when the Incredible Miracle team was using a bunch of nouns like horror, etc., for their players. Happy, some adjectives and whatnot. So his ID was I am Sleep. And then he moved into Slayers, then moved into Azubu, and is now finally resting here on KT Rolster, moving into a great team. So he's got a lot to prove here. This is his very first time, but he's getting a bit unlucky, hitting Prime's best player, a player who actually may be second place in wins if he wins this map. 2-6 versus Zerg these days, though.
Yeah, definitely not his best matchup, and in fact his worst matchup here, at least in Pro League. And, I think he's got the advantage on this map just because of the player he is. He's a very winning player, but I feel like we also cannot count Sleep out. He's on that KT team. He's been practicing for so long, and I'm sure he's got something huge prepared for this matchup.
Yeah, definitely showing some good ZVT back in the beginning of Part of the Swarm. His ZVP, though, always a bit shaky when he played in the GSTL for Azubu. Anything could happen here. The winner of this match takes that very important first point on the scoreboard. Let's jump into game number 1.
Up here in the top left in the red for KT Rolster, Zerg player Sleep.
First time this season, and down here the bottom right for Prime. Of our top players for winnings. I was going to say for winnings, but not quite the same thing there. Our GG girls over here rooting for Prime. And a cool emoticon there.
Says they were thinking about Creator. And now first start there for Sleep.
Yep.
Obviously going on the idea that it is his first time here in Pro League.
It is, in fact, and I like this player. I think he's definitely got a lot of potential. He reminds me of Dark from Slayers. He's like the KT version. They both started in Slayers and branched out into the telecom companies. Dark goes to SKT, Sleep goes to KT. Sleep hasn't had as much success just yet, but definitely somebody who we could see more often. Maybe if he wins here, we end up seeing him in the playoffs once or twice as a sniper, where he can play against the race he wants to. And oh my god, it's Kim Fan from Blizzard!
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for coming down. Always nice to have Blizzard employees come down here.
Yeah, everyone who works at Blizzard loves the game that they work with, and comes down here supporting Pro League. We've had a lot of different Blizzard people come to Pro League and other Korean StarCraft events. And often Blizzard is very known for buying pizza for people in the studio. So usually when you see pizza in the studio, that's what happened. Nexus gets dropped here before the drone can deny, but a good scout here for Sleep.
Yeah, interesting by Sleep. I'm not sure if he didn't see the drone, but with that early scout, something you're able to do is actually block that Nexus for a very long time. But Creator getting lucky, able to drop down that Nexus. Sleep not really paying attention. But back at Sleep's base, he's going to drop that hatchery, get that spawning pool to follow up. Oh, no. He's actually going to try to go here for a double hatch, it looks like.
Yeah, scouting this greedy expand build, it's a great choice. And unfortunately for Creator, he's not able to deny that. And looks like Dad's coming out on TV.
Their daughters were watching the StarCraft broadcast, and they got put on camera. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I always love to see older StarCraft fans come out, get in there, and just get involved.
Get in the action.
Get on TV,
Enjoy the games. Win prizes.
Yeah. So at this moment, things are really starting to shape up for these two, but we don't really know what the tech is going to be just yet. I'm feeling like Phoenix is here for Creator, and he might He might take the other path for this map for PvZ, take a fast third, wall it off, and then you never know if he's going to kill you or not. You know what I mean? Like, there's not really a name for that build just yet.
Yeah. Seeing, just this Cybernetics core come up here, we're going to get a look very, very soon at what the Protoss player is going to drop down here. I don't really know which way to go. We're getting another look back at Kim Fan. Hello again.
Just as pretty as she was last time. It never changed.
Yeah.
Now, we have that core done. Warp Gate research is started. Mothership core now, too. So we're just waiting until now he's got all the other pieces before we see the tech.
Yeah.
I'm really, really curious what he's going to do here.
Okay, Twilight drops down.
And a pretty well hidden Twilight at that.
Yeah, I think you saw the direction that the Overlord went in, and that was to the left. Of course, as you guys do see that red blob over there, he's also got one to the north above that natural. And these two Zerglings are going to come in here. They got to be denied, actually. Stalker not in the best position, but it's going to be a nice block with that probe as well. And I don't think he was able to see that.
No, now he's trying to send this Overlord in, but it's a long way away from scouting it, and Creator should be able to deny this. Now, really important is there's no lair for a while here, as Sleep hasn't mined any gas. Then he doesn't have an Overseer to come and scout this. Blink is on the way. This is a crazy fast Blink timing. This probe should see us. Okay, he has to send the Stalker over the Stalker.
It's in position.
I don't think he's going to see it. It's going to be close. Two
Another
Stalkers now. And he turns south and he sees it.
Oh, my God. He was turning direction because he wasn't sure, but he was actually still able to see on the very edge of his vision. And I'm not sure if you saw the Chrono Boost, but he's got to know with that fast of a Twilight that Blink is on the way. 5 gateways being added right now. This is going to be aggressive.
This is terrifying because he has no Ling speed and he doesn't have a lair. And with his first 100 gas, he's going to have to decide which one he wants because it could be DTs. I think he's feeling like it's Blink. That's a more reasonable thing to expect here.
Especially at a Creator.
Yeah. But, he's got to be very terrified right now. There's the Ling speed, so he gets that. And let's see if he continues mining gas 100%, or if he's just going to try to flood this out with Lings. Okay, he pulls a lot of drones out of gas. He's only mining a little bit here. Wants to get a lot of Lings out right now to defend this.
Yep. Starting 2 Spine Crawlers as well. I feel like he's going to be prepared for this. He drops out Rotorn as well. Nothing here to block. These Lings are going to come in here and start doing damage to the probes. Nice micro so far are going to push those Lings back without doing much damage.
But any mining time he can force to be lost really hurts the push. So one Stalker here would have actually rather seen a Zealot. Actually warping in 3 Zealots at home.
And more Lings are in the main base. He's going to come in and see all these gateways. He's going to confirm entirely. And there's nothing to defend right now back at home.
Yeah, he's going to have to pull probes again. He's losing more mining time right now. And here comes that push right into 5 Queens. Sleep known for making extra Queens. That's his style. A ton of extra Queens. And I don't know, man. I don't think this push is going to work out anymore with all those Spine Crawlers up and this many Lings on the map.
And all of those Warpins forced back at the main base of Creator. They're not on the forefront. They're not on the creep of Sleep where he wants to go for this attack.
If he is not on top of his recall here, he's going to lose a lot of Stalkers. He needs to recall this ASAP. Blinks away. He's going to try to kite against these Lings. He wants to recall at the last second, but he can't lose that Mothership Core.
That Mothership Core losing about half health as well. A lot of those Queens you were mentioning being really, really nicely targeted on those.
Now, keep in mind that with all of the Lings forced here, he doesn't have a ton of drones at home, but he can recall here. But this is the next problem he faces is that taking a third base against this many Lings is just going to be a nightmare. He doesn't have any Colossi. He's got a decent amount of Zealots that he warped in over here, and he needs to force these Lings back carefully before he can actually commit to that Nexus.
Yeah, we're seeing the lair started back here at home for Sleep. He's adding an Evolution Chamber as well. Even though he was forced to make a lot of Lings, the drone count is a little bit lower than it normally would be, maybe at around 70 at this moment. But with the ease he was able to defend that push and barely taking any damage, I feel like he's in a great spot here. Third is dropped for Creator, and these Lings, again, they're going to come over here. I think Creator has enough of an army at this point, though, to defend it for now.
He has to stay on top of the Nexus, though. If he moves too far, like going up here where he is right now, if the Lings actually realized that army moved that far away, he could have actually sniped Nexus. He's going to go for it. Lings coming in this time, and he's got a lot of them. The Stalkers wing forward. I think he might have too much to defend still. Well, that was really risky moving out like that.
Yep.
This Overlord saw this pylon, and I think he was thinking like he was going to actually stay on 2 bases. That's why he made some spines and then canceled them. Well, Sleep is in a good spot here, regardless of that 3rd base coming up.
Yeah, we're seeing Creator now, as that 3rd base comes to fully finishing there. He's adding that Colossus, or the Robotics Bay, as well as the Mortals on the way. Finishes +1 to his attack. But back at Sleep's base, he's getting the upgrades for himself, even getting the Roach Speed, adding the Infestation Pit as well. Maybe see Swarm Host in this game, especially with Blink, committed to.
Yeah, this is a pretty scary army in general right now. He has to make a few more lings here. He's scared that, maybe Creator actually just takes that little bit of extra mining he has on that 3rd. The very beginning of Heart of the Swarm. And also, it's the right thing to do, I feel, in this case against this many stock. He doesn't really want to go mutas. And against such a late 3rd base and late tech, Swarmos can often give you a huge advantage and a huge amount of control. So I like that he kind of just goes double Colossi here. Makes sense to me. Based on what he's seen, I like that choice.
Yeah, and now he's going to come in here, or rather, Sleep is going to come in here with the Overseer. He's not going to control that, though, and it's not going to get much scouting information done. May even get picked off there. Changeling as well, not able to get any scouting information done. Overseer does stay alive, and the Spire started back at home.
Yeah. Shame he doesn't get that scouting. He even committed to Overlord Speed, so he has a lot of scouting potential with that. And the Overseer is going to be able to zip around the map and get all sorts of information if he can get in there and control it well. But switching into that Spire means he's going to have the tools necessary to make Mutalisks. Oh, can he get some of these Swarm Hosts? No, not with the Transfuse here. Observer's there, but he needs to be careful. He cannot overcommit to this.
Spire about halfway done. More Swarm Hosts on the way here. He's committing heavily to this, starting the +1 upgrade to those as well. We're seeing Creator, though. He's back at his base. He's making those Colossi and adding some more gates. Templar Archives on the way as well. He's going to want Storm for a lot of these Locusts. He's going to get a ton of AoE in this.
Yeah. He's going to have all the AoE you can get. +3 should be started right away after this +2 is about to finish. We do see the upgrades for the Locusts are starting to come out here. He's getting +2 for his Zerglings as well, so he's got this great flexible composition to work for. Sleep, that is. And now has all of his gases up, all 8 of them. So his gas income is out of control. So he can go into a big Mutalisk flock switch later on in the game too if he continues to bank this. Going into the Corruptors for now, the safer choice. And he can keep that Corruptor count relatively small for now until he needs more. And then switch into those Mutalisks as necessary. So he can just kind of sit back for a little bit, build that bank, and decide what he wants to do with his gas later. Because that's how the Zerg larva mechanic works. You can just have these bursts of units suddenly.
10 Corruptors on the map. Now he's identified the fact, even though he wasn't able to get the Scout in the main base of Creator, he's made these Corruptors in, he's seen a bunch of these Colossi on the map here for Creator being there to clear up those Locusts that are coming across the map, as well as those Zerglings. So he's going to want the counter to that. Starts the Hive as well, and makes the air upgrades as well. But there is a drop going over to that 3rd base as well. These Locusts are going to come in here at the 4th base of Creator, as well as a ton of Lings. Nope, they're not going to commit, just going to back off. Yeah,
knowing they would have gotten trapped in there, a good decision to back off. Now that Warp Prism actually has Zealots and an Immortal in it. Storm's going down here, hitting a lot of Lings and good force fields here as well. The problem is he doesn't have enough anti-air really to deal with those Corruptors without microing his Colossi back. If he does that, then the Stalkers are vulnerable. Here comes a drop, though. That drop I was talking about with that Immortal in it. We'll see how much damage he can actually get done here. Looks like the Spine's pretty well placed, but the Immortal might actually get rid of that Spore Crawler. But the bigger issue is the Warpins here. The Corruptor a bit late to the party. Oh, all of them are canceled. I can't believe it. Whoa.
Wow. That was incredible. That is so important for Sleep right now. If all of those Zealots were warped in the main base, they would bring so many of his units back. Did bring a bunch of them back regardless, but still, he wants to keep his position right here. Threatening the 4th base of Creator right now. He wants to keep sending those Locusts in, wants to protect those Swarmos.
Oh,
and actually,
my God.
Look at this. So many Swarmos, so many Locusts are just going to get that 4th base straight up.
That really hurts Creator's income. He's making a Dark Shrine right now as he wants to do a little bit more with his harassment. Good storms here on the Corruptors, but the angle is now a concave. He splits them, and now that the rest of the Colossi are gone, he can just fly the Corruptors away. The Broodlord transition is underway. Now, Creator has +1 for, soon to be Tempest as soon as he gets his Fleet Beacon out. He doesn't have that just yet. And he's going to be a long way away from dealing with these Broodlords that are synergizing well with the leftover Corruptors. things are looking pretty messy here.
Yeah, it's like Creator is just struggling to hang on right now. He knows that the transition is, and he's trying just barely to get what he can out. He's got one Void Ray in the sky right now, but that's not what he's going to want for this. He's just continuing to make Colossi and Stalkers because that's all he can do for now. He's going to go for a counterattack, but Sleep very nicely done here, having a lot of the static defense here. 5 Spine Crawlers is going to delay that push a lot.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about this, man. There's just way too many Corruptors for him to be trying this. I mean, that is 23 Corruptors. That's a lot of Corruptors, Brendan. That'll kill a Colossus in a jiffy, man.
Yeah, does just that. And again, these Locusts just being rerouted here. These Stalkers are going to have to blink back. But, I mean, this aggression out of Creator is just so flimsy. He's trying to do whatever he can, but it's just not enough. Now, Sleep is going to reroute. His Locust going to come right over here at the bottom of this 4th phase. Creator's not going to hold this, I have to say.
Yeah, the next wave of Locust should actually be able to eliminate it with no real stack defense for Creator. Plus 10 Broodlords on the way. No Tempest. He's trying to get those Void Rays out, but the Void Ray count isn't high enough to where Sleep has to respect it just yet with all those Corruptors. Now he's even going to kill some probes here, and he's going to take the engagement right on top of him. He's saying, you're getting that close to those Swarm Hosts? I want to fight you, but that's what those Spine Crawlers are for.
Wow, man. Creator's falling apart here. He's got 1 Colossus for all of these Swarm Hosts and the soon-to-be 10 Broodlords right in his face. Sleep is playing really, really fantastically, I have to say. Looking really good in his first game of Pro League.
Now this base over here is a good idea. The creep is a bit too late to deny it. But he's got to defend his 3rd base right now. Lings, if he makes them, he's got 22 on the way, could actually go over there and kill that base. Wants to catch an Archon here. Nice trap with those Broodlings. Then that base is gone, man. He's even trying to fight those Colossi. He's got to be careful about that.
Yeah, too many Broodlings here. Lings even there on the map, and the Swarm Hosts are in the back. Don't forget about them. Corruptors control the sky. And if you look at Creator's face right now, it looks like he's going to puke. He's like not enjoying this game at all.
Oh, no, he's certainly not. Oh, he's just going to spine up here, I guess. Yeah, he's just going to keep spine pushing. I think that's his plan anyways.
Maybe just Manor suiciding a bunch of his drones because he knows he has this one. These Stalkers, they try to blink forward, and they do get a bunch of these Broodlords.
If they actually get onto the high ground, too, they could actually maybe kill some more, but oh, he goes the other way. And now he's kind of trapped in an awkward spot. 8 more Broodlords are being morphed right now. He's retaking the hatcheries. Gotta say, a very impressive game for Sleep's Pro League debut right now.
Yeah, he's taking out Prime's best player right now with relative ease. Holds off the blink with flying colors, and from there just macros up, and Creator's not able to deal with it. He's going to blink in over here. He might be able to get that Creator Spire. That would be great tech for him to get. It's going to cancel that +2 to air. Well, he's got to target it one more time. Okay, there it goes.
I mean, what Creator is doing right now is like super technical. He's got these DTs protected by Blink Stalkers. He's trying to snipe the Spore Crawlers as best as he can. And, I mean, the DTs over here will eventually be cleaned up. It was a cool idea, but a desperate one. Blinking over here, trying to kill the Overseers, realizing his DTs are dead. Redirects to the Broodlords, but it's too many. GG!
Sleep takes game number 1 for KT, and that's going to put KT on the road to victory here. Looking really, really good as he crushes Creator. Nice ZVP on Outboxer. Has a ton of fans in the audience as well.
Yeah, and that PVZ curse for Creator continues. Not looking good for him right now, and
yep, puts him at 2-7.
I don't know. You know, we had our winners prediction twice now with Creator, and both times I voted for him, even though he's had some shaky results, because I just felt like he had it in him. I thought he could do it, but he's had some trouble, man. And even though he's one of the most winningest players we have in Pro League, he's not winning these big important matches this week.
Yeah, I mean, even though Prime, they're pretty much out of this for round 3, they're definitely out of it, but they're still fighting for pride, and Creator does not want to lose a game on TV here against Zerg once again.
Especially against a Zerg who hasn't even played in Pro League yet.
Obviously looking disappointed right